Coach, if you give an opening statement about the Louisiana Tech game.
Opening statement. We did not play our best ball over there Saturday night. All credit to Coach Gumby, his staff, and Louisiana Tech. You know, they got after us pretty good there, and players made the plays they needed to win that game and put it away early and win decisively. So really disappointed in our outcome or our performance, to be quite honest with you. I mean, FBS plays FCS. FBS is supposed to win. That happens most of the time. Every week there's a upset or two. One of these days I'd like to be on that side of it, but for the most part, they did what they were supposed to do. They beat us, but we made it a little bit easier on them, and I think margin of victory was disappointing. Just because I think we have it in us to play a more competitive game. And like I say, we're hoping to keep that thing close to the fourth quarter and have a chance to win. And we just did not do that. Didn't do a good job really offensively or defensively. I thought our special teams units played pretty well and had pretty much what I consider a push throughout that game, special teams-wise. But defensively, explosive plays and ability to stop the run, fit up correctly on runs, really bit us in the butt. And then offensively, we had no consistency whatsoever, no production in that first half, and really put our defense in a bind, team in a bind for the most part. So it was a collaborative team effort of poor performance, and that falls right on these shoulders. I'm responsible for this program, and offense, defense, special teams. It's a head coach's responsibility to get things going, and we'll get it going. But I take full ownership for our performance, and look forward to improving as the year goes on.
Head into a bye week. What are your goals for this week?
Our goals for this week is just number one, you always want to get people healthy, get fresh legs back underneath them. It's been a long 6-7 weeks since August 1st, or really July 24th or whenever it was we got started. So it's nice to have a little bit of a breather in there, and playing that week 0 game allows us to have two bye weeks this year. But really getting back to some of the fundamentals, we had practice this morning, and it wasn't so much team stuff as it was individual. There's just some things that each of us at each position need to get better at, and then did some good group work, teamwork, in terms of just doing the things that got us here to this point that we've been successful at in the past. Getting back to doing those things at at the level you're supposed to be doing them at.
Nathan?
Hey, Coach, what specifically do you think you learned that from the La Tech game that can help you get some wins down the road?
Things that we learned, I think just, I was pleased that we played hard. I think that's always going to be a testament to good football teams, is teams that play hard for 4 quarters, and the guys could have easily thrown in the towel because that thing was over at halftime, in my opinion. And that's what I told them there at halftime. I said, guys, the game's not in doubt. It'd take a complete miracle to get back and win this one. I'm not focused on that right now. I'm focused on, watching this team go out in the last, 30 minutes of this ball game, win the second half and compete and play our level of football. And despite losing the turnover battle, 3-0 in the second half, I thought we did that. I think they outscored us 14-10 in the second half, and I know the fourth quarter was mop-up duty for their team and ours as well, and that was good too. You ask about what can help us, getting to see some different guys play and get some reps there throughout the game, I think will help you. But was pleased with the way we finished, and just frustrated that we weren't able to play the first half like we did the second half, because as I told our team, we've played a lot of FBS schools since I've been here, especially with the COVID year, playing so many. And to me, that game should have been a UTEP, a UTSA, type of game that, we had our chances, but, maybe lost and didn't make the plays to win, and would have felt a little better about ourselves than playing an SMU type game or Baylor, where we just got our doors blown off. And so that was disappointing. But, I think moving forward, how hard we play, playing hard for 4 quarters and just seeing some other guys getting reps and really the guys that are starting. We lost so much production and are missing so much production on the defensive side. Every game that we play, every snap that we take, whether it result is good or bad, we've got an opportunity to get better from that and gaining that experience. And so I think those things will help us moving forward in the future.
What's the atmosphere in the locker room amongst the guys right now?
Well, I think, for the most part, the thing that hurts the most is our pride, just because, we feel like we're better than what we're putting on tape. And no one likes to lose. You sure don't like to lose in the way we did there Saturday, and there was a lot of familiar faces. Those were, several of our former coaches over there and several of our former players. And so that I know hurt a little bit, punch in the gut for some of the guys and coaches alike. So, but that's seems to be college football these days. So, you gotta lose the ego in this profession and in this game, and feeling sorry for yourself because your pride's hurt because you got beat. Isn't going to do you any good moving forward. You got to put that behind you and go out and get better and fix the things that are broken and get better. We've still got potential, and we got our whole season in front of us, but potential doesn't win you football games. Production does, and we're not producing at the level that we should be. And so that's our job as coaches, and that's where we're going to work this week, next, and moving forward. As I kind of told the team collectively there Monday at our team meeting, I said everything you want is still before you. These FBS games, we're playing three of our first 5 are FBS opponents. Those don't hurt you. They can only help you. And but like I said a minute ago, they hurt your pride. But we still at the end of, when the calendar reads November 15th or whatever that date is, the end of the season, if you're 9-2 or 8-3 and WAC champions and heading to playoffs, you've still got accomplished what you wanted and have everything in front of you. But right now we're a long ways away from being 8-3 or 9-2. We've got to get better this week and next and take it one game at a time.
How do you plan to spend your bye week? Gonna watch a lot of football, or do you kind of like take a break from that, or like what do you usually do on the Saturday of your bye week?
Well, we'll work this week, and then we're getting out and on the road recruiting, and I'll do some recruiting Friday night and everything. But Saturday, I'm flying out to Odessa for a funeral. Coach Gary Gaines, who I started my career, gave me my first job. Friday Night Lights, Gary Gaines, that guy. Some people know him as Billy Bob Thornton. But anyway, he's a great man and was a great mentor of mine. And anyway, his funeral is Saturday afternoon in Odessa. So I'm going to fly out there and hug his wife's neck and see some old guys I coached at Abilene Christian and guys I worked with and just kind of celebrate Gary's life there Saturday and then come back and go to work Sunday.